Hey everyone, Ruth Hamblin here, and welcome back to my vlog. Right, so we are on day 8 of my 14-day quarantine here in Whistler. The mountain's still there and the people are still missing. Quarantine has been very interesting so far. I can't exactly say it's been exactly linear. There's been ups and downs, good moments, some lows. I'll talk more about that later, but I woke up early this morning, did a little workout, got some yoga in. I find when I do that right in the morning, the odds of it getting done are significantly higher. So we got that all checked off, and now I'm absolutely starving. So I'm going to make some breakfast. I was actually starting to run low on groceries earlier this week, but thankfully the grocery store here, Nestor's, has this amazing program for people who are quarantined or elderly people who are choosing to stay at home to protect themselves, where they have a free grocery delivery service. So you just go online, write out your list, they charge your credit card, and then they come and deliver it right to your front door for free. So they saved my life. I've got some veggies, some more bread, and some more goods here. Stock some raspberries, eggs, chicken, and the most essential. I've pretty much been eating eggs for breakfast every morning, but you know what? When I was ordering my groceries, I was like, I need some pancakes in my life, and since it was just too much to get like flour and all the ingredients, got some pancake mix, which I never use because I always make them from scratch. But you gotta do what you gotta do in these troubling times, you know? So we're gonna make the best of it. Just add water and Jemima. How could you be so simple? I got my maple syrup, so let's make some pancakes. Oh, they're too open. I've messed that up. Kind of butchered that little door, but we got her here. Cup of the mix, 3/4 cup of water. Oh, I should turn the skillet on. And I'm just going to add an egg because it seems like a good idea. With breakfast like this, maybe quarantine isn't so bad after all. Ooh, yeah. This looks amazing. Cheers. So good. It's a perfect density of maple syrup too, where every single pore of the pancake is saturated. It's the only way to live. All right, now that I've got some food into my system, I thought I'd just take a few moments here and just talk about what the first week of quarantine was like. It's definitely been kind of an up and down experience. I mean, you guys saw my last vlog, day 1, looked pretty strong other than my nap in the sun, although I count that as a positive activity. But yeah, I got my workouts in, was doing good, eating right, stayed entertained for the most part. Definitely took a nosedive on day 2, and I think I just got stuck into a rhythm of watching too much news. I think I was updating Twitter way too frequently, just trying to see what was going on, see what the governments were saying, what was happening. So yeah, I just kind of got sucked into this hole of non-productivity. I was feeling really anxious and feeling really stressed, and it was kind of just a downhill spiral from there. So I didn't really get much done on the second day. Third day, made a bounce back, was doing good once again, got my workouts in, went for a walk, was feeling pretty good, and then once again, took a nosedive on the next day. Also need to factor in the fact that I really wasn't sleeping well any of these nights. Forget the fact that I was jet lagged. And so my routine for the first few days is I would be exhausted, fall asleep around 10 or 11. And then I'd wake up sometime between 1 to 2 a.m. Wide awake, just ready to start my day. And so on the days that I was unsuccessful were the days that I kind of stayed up and then tried to fall back asleep, and then usually did, and then was exhausted and slept in really late. And so it kind of spiraled the unproductivity from there. Whereas I kind of kicked myself out of that routine by one day when I woke up at 1 a.m. I kind of tried to fall back to sleep, was tossing and turning. At around 3:30, just said, you know what, I'm just gonna get up and start my day. And so I did that. Ended up actually chatting with a friend from Australia for a while because the time zones worked out. And then I just kind of started my day, and I definitely got tired around like 8 p.m., but managed to push through to like 10, fell asleep. And I think that that's kind of just helped my circadian rhythm get back into schedule. So that's a major factor, to be sleeping good. These last 2 days have been good, been more productive, been able to work out more consistently. I think a major part of my success in these last few days too has just been a shift in my focus, where before I was like just really concerned about this pandemic. I mean, you see these articles coming out that are forecasts of how long this is going to take for us to get out, and for what's going to happen and what the world's going to look like, what's even possible, like how are we going to move forward here. And so I was definitely carrying just like a lot of anxiety and a lot of stress from that, just trying to figure out every possible solution. And so my mind was like, okay, where am I going to go next? Like, what's my next move? What if all this falls apart? What am I going to do? And just like stressing and overanalyzing and just trying to think through every possible scenario. And so realized that that is not a good idea. And I don't know if any of you guys relate to this. It's certainly hard, especially when you're a person who likes to plan ahead and think ahead and just kind of be very intentional with kind of your life direction. And so for me, it's humbling to have to truly live in the moment, to live day by day. Like, I don't know how long this is going to last. This could last weeks, it could last months, maybe even a year, some of the numbers, but it's just like letting go of that and just being here in this moment, being present, controlling what I can control, and also just being grateful for the day. I mean, I'm healthy, I'm in Canada, I'm safe. Like, I have so much to be grateful for. My family's healthy. Just trying to remember all the positives that are still going on, even though it feels like the world's crashing down. I'm sure for some people it's crashing a lot more, and like my heart just goes out to you, and I definitely want to be praying for you guys, because I know that these are hard times and things are falling apart, and it is so hard. And so it's just important that we stick together and really seek out community in creative ways throughout this time. I mean, with social distancing, it certainly isn't as easy or convenient as it used to be before, but it's still possible. And so I think we just have to be very intentional with reaching out to people. And it's also a great opportunity to reach out to people that we haven't connected with for a long time. And I personally found that, especially a lot of my old teammates, I found I've been able to reconnect with them on deeper levels than I have, just because I'm not so busy. And so it's great to be able to have these meaningful conversations and catch up and see how they're doing. And so I think that that's a huge blessing that's kind of within this chaos and these uncertain times that we're in right now. So I'm halfway through my quarantine. Today is day 8. So we have, another 7 days here. And then I have to figure out where I'm going to go next. Definitely so excited to see my family. It's not ideal circumstances that you want to be reunited with your family, but I'm just thankful that I do get this time to spend with them. And it's going to be a little different than usual because I'm not going to be in the full-on training. I mean, I'm certainly going to be doing my best to stay in shape and being creative with that, but times are different right now. And so just trying to embrace that. And so, I'm excited for that when it comes here next week, but I've got another week of quarantine. I just got to make the best of it, but I have pancake mix and maple syrup, so things should be easy from now on here. I hope that you guys are doing well, certainly thinking of everybody during this time. If there's any way in which I can be praying for any one of you, please just comment your prayer requests, or even just put a heart if you just want prayer and you don't want to say what it's for. I will be doing my best to lift each and every one of you up in prayer, because God is in control and He's going to bring us through this. So I hold fast to that hope because it sustains me every day, because I personally, cannot cope with all that's going on, with all the stress and with all the anxiety and uncertainty. But just to be able to trust and know that God is working and that He walks with us through these dark valleys, it just renews my soul and it gives me the strength to get through the day. And that's all I need. And tomorrow He's going to sustain me and He's going to sustain you. And so I hope that you guys can be encouraged by that. I hope that you're doing well, staying safe and healthy, and staying home and just doing your part to help us as a community and as a country and as an entire world to beat this, because together we can. And it might be inconvenient and it might not be ideal, but we're going to get through this and we're going to be stronger because of it. So that's all I got for today, folks. We'll definitely be having some more quarantine activities vlogs coming up for you very soon. Maybe even some throwbacks. I've got some travel footage that I need to edit that I'm a little bit hesitant to, because I don't want to give everyone FOMO because nobody can travel right now, but maybe I should post it. Let me know in the comments if you want to see some travel vlogs. Maybe we can all live through our TVs, some virtual travel right now. I don't know. Tell me your thoughts and I'll see you next time. Pancake dance.